Hi everyone, this is CY. Once again, thanks for joining me today. Today I'm going to just going to show you something that I've designed. Spent about 10 minutes to design, maybe less than 10 minutes, to design the handle for the Lelit Elizabeth. Quite a number of my customers has been asking, why do Lelit produce this type of knob, whereby it doesn't give you a I mean, it is okay to turn with a knob, but then it's definitely a lot easier to activate the steam wand by using a lever instead of a switch, instead of like a knob, which is a bit more troublesome, in my own opinion. So I designed something to fit on the Elizabeth, which makes the milk steaming a lot more convenient and pleasant. Right. So without further ado, let's take a look at the modification itself. Right. Right, as you see on my Lelit Elizabeth, right, the steam wand mod has already been installed. Of course, this is printed in the wood infused PLA filament, right. I believe it is not too warm over here, so the plastic here should not warp because of the temperature of the surface of the machine, right. So and there's actually a gap between the handle and the metal, so I don't think the material actually deform after using for some time. So you can see that this is actually done very simply, right. I use the Fusion 360 to design something like this, right, for circular, right. This is the prototype number 1, right, which maybe I'll be producing this so that you can make purchase of this next time, right. This is the first prototype to get everything aligned so that it can be installed on the machine itself. So basically, this is how the design looks like, right. It comes in 2 pieces, right, because I've done this sort of thing on other machines before, and if I design as 1 piece and I slip on it, that means I push in as a friction fit, eventually the plastic will get slightly expanded and eventually it will come loose, so that's not very ideal. So basically what I've done is, you can see that I've designed these screw holes, right. These are screw holes for the hex screws to go in, and I've designed some spaces, square spaces for the square nut for the hex screw to actually bite on, so that it will secure tightly onto the machine itself. So let me bring you closer to see the modification on it. Right, so basically this is how it looks like. Show you at the side. Right, so now there are 3 screws securing it, and it is very tight. There's no way that this thing can actually be slip out. So very simple. Now you do not have to turn the knob. You simply have to turn it down, and the steam will get activated. Right, I think because my machine has been idling, so let me just turn it back on. Right, of course, this is only the first prototype. There are some improvements which I want to make to this, but this is already in a working order. So let me show you again. You can just turn down. But again, we have to wait for the temperature to go up. So, but as you can see, this has already made the workflow a lot easier and a lot simpler to use. Alright, so for now, let's make a cup of coffee. I think for today we're going to make latte, because I'm going to show you how the steam wand is activated and how you actually improve the workflow. So the polyfilter has been heated nice and warm, right? And I'm also going to introduce another things which I purchased from China, right? This is something like a dosing ring, right? But there's an additional flap here, right? So I'm going to show you what is this about, and of course I'm going to grind coffee with my DF64, and this one has a SSP Cast Burrs inside, and yeah, I'm going to dose that right into here. So let me remove the adapter. Alright, so with this you can see that it can actually be rested on it, and you don't even need any other adapter because it is close enough. But when the grinder is switched on, the vibration could actually cause the polyfilter to drop off. So this can only be used when the machine is turned off, to place the polyfilter this way. So but I can still wait, I can still leave it there, as I dose my coffee. Let's do 18 grams. Right, 17.9 is close enough. Right, this is our, of course, again, our Yunnan red wine series of coffee beans. It's one of my favorites afternoon drinks. And currently my grind setting is about 10. Right, and I'm going to bring you closer to see how the coffee is grinded and why do I use this gadget. Right, so right now let me grind the coffee. But before that, make sure that you hold on to this, because I think the vibration of the grinder can actually cause the polyfilter to drop off, even though this is secured this way. So as the coffee comes out from the exit chute, I can actually use like a sweeper, right, to sweep the coffee around, and I can gently vibrate my portafilter. Right, so this is what it does. It acts like a sweeper, so you can actually tap it, then you sweep again, tap it, and sweep again. Right, so it kind of works. So it's pretty nice, and now I can dose direct into the portafilter without worrying of the coffee spraying everywhere. Right, and let's move over to our temping station to do a little bit of pulp prep. Because the coffee powder is actually distributed quite well, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do any more leveling, because it's pretty well leveled. I'm just going to knock it down. Right, I can see that there's still a little bit of area whereby the coffee is lesser, so I think it's better to use a distributor to redistribute the coffee. Right, so now it's nice and flat, and then I'm just going to use my auto temper, right, to temp it. Right, so it's nice and even, and the temping on the auto temper has been quite satisfying. So so let's move on to the extraction of coffee. Right, so the machine is ready. It's set at 95 degrees C. Right, I'm going to put my scale underneath. Right, so the scale has already been tapped. So let's pull the shot. Right, I think I may have grinded a little bit too coarse, so I'm actually extracting slightly more than I'm expected, and I only reached about 21 seconds. So definitely I can dial in on my DF64 again to sort of dial in the coffee. But I think for today this is good enough for now. And let me steam some milk and show you how the steam modification actually works. Right, so before that, let's purge the steam. Right, so you can see that how much easier it is to actually on and off the steam. And now I do not have to turn. I can just, with a flick of my finger, I can actually activate the steam. And now I can actually stop it, or stop the steam or engage the steam anytime, and it's a lot faster. Because sometimes when you steam milk, the temperature gets up really fast, and you want to stop it, but sometimes you forgot to know the direction of it, and because you have to turn it, the time is actually delayed. Yeah, let me bring you closer to get a better angle. Right, so you can see it's a lot easier. Okay, let's try to make a latte. Okay, I may have steamed the milk a little bit too much, so it is a bit too foamy. Okay, I'll transfer this to another jug. All right. Okay, not the best, but it's still quite okay. So the main purpose of today is actually to show you the steam one, the steam one modification which I've made on the Lelit Elizabeth. Right, so thank you for joining, and I'll see you very soon. And if I got any update on the prototype, I'll definitely let you guys know, right? And if you are please let me know in the comment section down below what do you think about this modification. To me, I think this really improved the workflow, and it is a lot more convenient to use. So this is Seah once again. Do remember to subscribe to my videos, right? Sorry, subscribe to my channels, like my videos, and ring the bell if you want to stay updated with all our content, right? So stay safe, and I'll see you very soon.